Hello everyone, welcome to another Norwich to Cape Town flight. My name's Peter, thank you for joining, and today you join me in Mayumba in Gabon. This should hopefully be our last flight in Gabon, no offence to Gabon. I just want to, make sure we're getting some good progress, and in order to do that we need to be at around 1500 nautical miles by the time we are done today. That would then leave maybe 4 or 5 flights left, and that would be good. So we are on the Cessna C208B. If you've not joined us, if this is your first time in this series, then welcome. Where have you been? No, I'm joking. Check out the playlist. It's got every flight in there so far, from start to finish. But basically what we're doing, we're in the Grand Caravan. We are flying all the way from Norwich in the UK to Cape Town, South Africa, by hand at relatively low altitude, no more than sort of 2,000 feet, and no autopilot or anything like that. Idea being we can get to see the scenery, we can say we're actually flying, and all of those good things. As you can see, we've got 1,884 nautical miles left to do. I'm hoping to have that down to 1,500 today. Sort of 300 a day, 300 a stream is good. That gives us about 4 more flights after today. 64% as the literally, if you draw a straight line from Norwich to Cape Town, we are 64% of the way along that line, and yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get things started up and we can head out. Right, let's get our checklist started.
Fuel selector. Both on. Engine ignition selectors. Norm. Power lever. Idle. Prop RPM lever. Max RPM. Battery switch. On. Beacon. On. Avionics number 1 switch. On. Fuel boost. On. Starter. On. Fuel condition lever. Low idle.
Okay, waiting for the engine to start coming up. Percent, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%. There we go.
Fuel boost. Norm.
There we go.
Avionics number 2 switch.
Awesome.
On.
We're ready. Okay. So, let's get some lights on, and we can go. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to chop up this I'm just going to skirt past this guy.
Foxtrot Oscar Oscar Yankee traffic apoapsis.
We're going to go turn left up runway. Look at that for some steering. There we go. Nice. Here we go, guys. Wait, hold on a minute. In the right place. That's right. Just got a bit thrown off by the. Okay. I'm gonna go 6.
Foxtrot Oscar Oscar Yankee Traffic Apoapsis.
Looking good that way.
015,
Looking
taking off
okay that
runway
way.
13 south departure.
Roll down now. Do a 180 at the end and then we're going to take off. Let's get flap set. We've got our sake in hand. I know it's not the correct container for it, but that's what I've got. Good, we have a turning area. Here we go, guys. Bit creaky. Here we go. Airspeed's alive. And we're airborne. Turn these off now. Boom. Okay.
Libreville Center Apoapsis 015 is type Cessna Caravan 1 mile south of Foxtrot Oscar Oscar Yankee 300 feet. Request flight following.
Nice, look at that.
Apoapsis 015 Libreville Center. Squawk 6606.
We can do that.
Squawk 6606 Apoapsis 015.
Apoapsis 015 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Foxtrot Oscar Oscar Yankee 500 feet. QNH 29.901.
There we go.
Roger Apoapsis 015.
Okay, guys, let's get some music going, shall we? That was very loud in my ear. Okay. Let me know how the stream looks, guys. Let me know how it sounds, if it's all good, if it sounds too loud on one thing or another. You know, am I too quiet? Is the sim too quiet? Is the music too loud or too quiet and all of that? I'm not syncing. Wish you would shut up about syncing. actually climbing, so you know, please be quiet. I'm flying here. Buckle in, guys, we're on our way. Looking good. Okay. I also have water, don't worry, guys. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I have a 3D printer, and something that I got requested to make for a colleague of mine is this little alien. It's a bit scary looking, I know, but awesome. We are well on our way now, guys.
Appalachia 015 contact Brazzaville Center on 118.7. Good day.
118.7 for Apoapsis 015. Brazzaville Center, Apoapsis 015, 1,500 feet.
Appalachia 015 Brazzaville Center QNH 29.9 continue as planned.
Let's put our range out a bit. So, this point here is roughly where the edge of Gabon is. I'm like hoping that we get like at least a point noir today, but we'll see, we'll see. We're already 20-ish miles in. Okay, so we're on our way. We're already 24 miles into our journey and heading further south. Yeah. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Vast, vast wilderness that is Africa. Look at that. Let's get a screenshot of that. Be a little bit careful of my speed. We are right up near the top speed of this plane at this altitude, so don't want to overspeed it. It doesn't like that. Okay, we are almost into I think it's the Democratic Republic of Congo. I think Nazimbi is the first city, which is just near that lake, but Nazambi. So, obviously, we've all heard about, well, I would think so anyway, the Dallas, Wings over Dallas crash that happened. Very sad news. Pretty sure that maybe only 1 or 2 people managed to get out of that. Probably the B-17 pilot didn't even know what was happening. But we don't know. I'm not surmising or suggesting anything, but it's all very sad. Obviously, whenever someone dies like that, which I'm assuming people died, you know, it's very sad. And everyone that had to, obviously everyone's relatives that might have been there, or anyone that was watching, it's going to be very hard. So but on lighter news, Twitter has suspended Twitter Blue, from what I can tell, because someone was able to verify themselves as Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're now in the Democratic Republic of Congo, I believe. Just verify that by checking map. Yeah, we're well in now. Oh, Republic of Congo, so not Democratic Republic of Congo. My mistake. So we're just over through the... I would say we're currently over an area known as Goma. And yeah, heading south still. But we're looking good. Ah, thanks for the follow. Welcome. It's going alright, it's going alright. How about you? How about you? So I don't know why I said all that twice. Anyway, it's going well. How about you? Good, good. So we are in leg 15 of a series where I fly from Norwich in the UK to Cape Town, South Africa. We've currently just crossed into the Republic of the Congo from Gabon and heading south along the coast of the Republic of the Congo, heading towards Point Noir. So we'll probably get another 300 nautical miles done today, which would leave us 4 or 5 more flights in this series before we complete and then go on to something new. A bit of turbulence. So this is the Cessna C208B Grand Caravan. So we are hand flying, no autopilot, all at low level like this, so we can get to see all the scenery and yeah, just taking, like, part of the reason for this flight was, one, fly quite a lot with autopilot, you know, when I'm doing virtual airways and commercial type flying at high altitude, so you don't really see all of this scenery that Microsoft and Asobo have gone to the effort of building with Azure AI and all of that. So what I wanted to do was actually fly and also take in the scenery. So the idea is that we can do that on this journey, and we get to see quite a variety because we started in the UK and gone through the Sahara and down the coast. And we've completed over 3,000 nautical miles in this trip, and probably more, because that's as the crow flies, and we don't fly as the crow flies. It really is. Hey Hayden, how's it going? It is a long old way, but we're getting there bit by bit. So far it's taken us 14 and a bit flights to get this far. And basically what I've been doing is say, right, I left from Norwich. We flew for a time until I was like, maybe it's now time to stop. And found the nearest airport or a good place to land. Might not been the next airport, but you know, a good sort of say, right, this is where I want to get to, and that's where we've landed. And then the next time we've took off from that airport and done the same again. See how far we get. Okay, that's a good place to land, and we've done that 14 times now. And when we took off from Mayumba in Gabon and headed this way, and we'll just see where we get to tonight. The idea being that hopefully we'll be, if you look at the bar along the top here, our distance to Cape Town, which is what this is. This is our trip distance from Norwich all the way to Cape Town, yeah. And so this is our series total, not our flight today, and we've got 1,800 miles left to go, nautical miles to go to reach our destination. So hopefully that'll be down to about 1,500 today, which will leave us in a good position for our remaining few flights. Hoping to, if we can do sort of 300 or so nautical miles per stream or more, then that actually keeps the number of flights low so that we can get onto something else. You know, I've been doing this for 15 weeks now, and it would be really nice to get onto something else, and maybe, you know, start thinking about getting into some VAT sim flying and doing some air traffic control speed. Did learn of an interesting opportunity near me, actually, in real life. There's a small former RAF base that is looking for volunteer air radio operators, so it's not quite ATC, which could be interesting. It's an interesting little airport called Old Buckingham. It's a entirely the region's biggest entirely general aviation airfield, but it's also got a load of stuff around electric aircraft going on, and it's one of only 4 places in the world that's got entirely solar powered electric aircraft charging points. So this it would be a training along the lines of air traffic control, but not quite. So let's see what it says. So I don't know if any of you are aware of, so it's air traffic radio operator, okay, and it's not that far from me. It's in an Old Buckingham Airport. It is full training. Old Buckingham is the only CAA licensed aerodrome in Norfolk devoted entirely to general aviation, okay. It was home to a project seeking to connect the developing world with electric aircraft, and the net result of that is that we're the first airfield in the UK to have offered electric aircraft charging using the fourth all-solar aircraft charger in the world. Okay. There's museums there and a very big site which takes a lot of running. It's got CAA accreditation, so Civil Aviation Authority, who run out by manning our air traffic services office. This is not air traffic control, it's something called air ground service, and it's the very first and simplest level for dealing with air traffic. We operate a service which gives information only to allow pilots to safely fly in and out of the aerodrome. A lot of students also learn to fly here, and you may have heard of our award-winning air show. So what it would do is, in order to be able to speak to aircraft as a non-pressured, take as long as it needs training process, you'll be able to, within a few hours, to be making radio calls under supervision of an examiner. On average, it takes a total of 5 days, if done reasonably close to each other, to be at a stage where to think about the exam, which is simple if you've read the book and spent the time under supervision. Cost of training is included, which follows, and you get a certificate for completing said training. All we ask is when you have a certificate, you help by doing a shift a few times a month. This isn't for everyone. It requires the ability to follow the training and the checklists, and if there's a problem, it's a skill, and the certificate you'll get from a CAA can be used at any aerodrome offering an air ground service, subject to the aerodrome operator agreeing with an induction and sign off. So that's what it is, basically. Yeah, so it's a volunteer thing. So I don't get paid for it, which is fine, you know, absolutely. Absolutely fine. I'm just seeing if I've, you know, if I can give any time. I'll see. Yeah, I would have thought it would be cool. Would definitely help if I'm learning that sim. I'm sure it'll help with that. Yeah, we can do that.
124.3.
How's the sound anyway, guys?
015.
Does that all sound good?
Point more approach apoapsis 015 1,200 feet.
Apoapsis 015
Awesome. Awesome. 2990, hey? Here we go. So once we get past Point Noir, the next waypoint is the border with an enclave of Angola called Cabinda. How many do you have watching you? Currently we have 5 watching, so that's 4 on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and do consider subscribing if you do want to see more of this sort of stuff. And pretty soon we'll be getting on to some VATSIM air traffic control stuff. Probably end up taking some requests for destinations or flights, or you know, all of those sort of things. If you are on YouTube, check out the community feed on there. I will be posting on there when I start taking recommendations or requests, and yeah, we'll go with that, and we'll see what comes of it, shall we? Very turbulent. How long have you been playing Flight Sim? Since Flight Sim 98. So about 22 years I've been playing Flight Sim. Never really took it as seriously as now. I did so 98, 2002, 2004, all of those, Century of Flight and all that. Had all of those. I actually still got some of the discs for I think I still have the disc for Microsoft Flight Simulator 98 in my case. Haven't really taken it seriously until Flight Sim 2020. Although in FSX I did do a round the world flight in a similar vein to this. Where I went from Norwich again all the way around the world, circumnavigated in a 737, and did it that way. There's a runway up here, should we follow it? This series is a little bit less realistic in the sense that we're not doing IFR and not following too many rules, and all of that. But yeah, I been doing it a while. Now only really getting into IFR flying. and learn how to do approaches and all of that, and how to program FMCs and MCDUs and do startup procedures and all of that, and also flying from cold and dark. It's not really something I did before either, so this is Point Noir. It's Pointenoire. Point Noir. It's in the Republic of Congo. No worries. Thank you for joining, Hayden. I'll see you next time, hopefully. Have a good one. So, let's follow... Oh, hello. Let's go follow this runway, shall we? Okay. Oh. Sim went a bit weird then. There we go. So what would you guys think if I did like a series where I went from like the UK to Antarctica and tried to land on Antarctica in either the 737 or the A320? think that would be a great route. Nice. Like, because we've done Africa and this, we could even go a different way and maybe say we'll go all the way through south to Southeast Asia into Australia and then down that way. And then out of Tasmania. Maybe that'll be an idea for the future. I think I'm going to do a few requests first, but also we have just passed 100 miles for today. Today's flight has done 100 nautical miles. But yeah, we'll do some requests, learn some VATSIM first, and we'll go from there, shall we? We might even actually go through 4 countries today. Gabon, Republic of the Congo, part of Angola, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and then into actual Angola again. How cool would that be? Okay, so we are now going into the enclave of Angola called Cabinda. There we go. That's our second country of the day complete.
129.5 apoapsis 015. Luanda Center apoapsis 0151,400 feet.
Apoapsis 015 Luanda Center QNH 29.990. Continue as planned.
Must be entering the period of circadian low. Go. Yes, we are looking good here, guys. Oh man. Wow, we're an hour into the stream already, guys. I think I would like to see us get to at least Soyo, which is in Angola, and then, you know, stretch goal Nizeto. But we'll see, we'll see. Has this channel been going, or how long have I been streaming today? I assume you mean how long the channel has been going. YouTube has, and Twitch has been going. Twitch not as long as YouTube, but have a look, see when my first upload was. Sorry. I've got like 500 videos on and streams on YouTube, so there's a lot to scroll through. January 5th, 2019. So nearly 4 years. So we're looking good, guys. Just so you know, I am planning something for the 5th of January, which would be a new video. I don't do many videos apart from shorts anymore. When I do, I try to put more effort into them, and those of you that have been following the Kerbal Space Program streams will know exactly what I'm on about. I'm hoping to have it done by the 5th of January, and we'll be doing a premiere of that on the 5th of January to celebrate the 4th birthday of the channel. So yeah. Well, at the minute I'm in a real big decline. Normally I would say if I didn't have 100 viewers or more per stream, it was a bad stream. Now I'm lucky if I get over 50 at the minute. I don't know what's happened, but I'm really struggling to get the views right now. Not done anything different, but I don't know. Yeah. So at the minute, like, Twitch is very low for me. It's always been that way, unfortunately. So as you might see, I have about 99 subscribers on Twitch. I've not signed the affiliate contract because I simulcast. So I'm not affiliate, although I could be if I wanted to be. Although I technically don't meet the requirements anymore. I suppose because they've offered it, but I don't know. They've not taken that away. So I'm not affiliate. I'm not affiliate on Twitch. Reason being, I don't want my smaller channel to get precedent over my main channel, or a smaller platform even for me. Whereas on YouTube I'm at about 320 subscribers, which is over the last year has grown massively. It's took me 3 years to get to 75 subscribers on YouTube, and then from then, so less than a year, to get from 75 to 320. Like, as a percentage, like, you know, that's pretty big. Yes, you can make money on Twitch as an affiliate. Turbulence again. So I could make money. I could do, you know, subscriptions on Twitch as an affiliate. You know, all of those sort of things. Do bits where you get, you know, like, you pay for bits and then you use those bits to get perks as a viewer. Which is all well and good, but again, I need to be affiliate to do that, and honestly, I do not get enough views on Twitch at the moment to make that worth my while. I actually had this conversation with someone the other day who, don't get me wrong, much bigger streamer I've looked at. So I get 223,000 subscribers, and they were saying, like, you should use Twitch, blah blah blah, and all that. I'm like, but it doesn't work for me right now. Like, I should prioritize Twitch. Sorry, is what he was saying. I just don't necessarily agree with that right now. If someone was to change and I was to get, like, a lot more viewers on Twitch all of a sudden, then maybe. But for me, like, let me get my so where are we? Let me get my last Twitch stream summits. So stream summary from yesterday's stream, yeah? Average viewers 0.3, unique viewers 4, new followers 0, new subscriptions 0. Okay. And then let's go to YouTube Studio and I'll show you the same stream. Okay, 47 views. Watch time 7.6 hours. Yeah. At one point I had 5 viewers. Okay. 378 impressions. Yeah, so YouTube is a bit more of a better platform for me. Okay, so off to our right here is the city of Cabinda. But yeah, making money isn't always my main priority. Hey Gorda, how's it going? I'm good, I'm good. Oh, I feeling we're going to be well past our target. I think we may be going for the stretch goal at least. We've only done 150 miles. And we are not that far from our initial target of Soyo in Angola. What, like a day job? Do I do a day job? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, I do. I have a full-time job, and I also have another hobby slash aspirational to be a potential career, which is martial arts. I sometimes help teach martial arts, and also sometimes train. Not nearly as often as I should. And my day job is I build sports cars for a well-known sports cars manufacturer. I would actually go as far to say as one of the most famous sports car manufacturers in the world. How about you guys? What do you guys do for work? What are you guys interested in? What kind of work do I do on the cars? So, I've done quite a bit of different work on different various models. So on previous models, I actually did leather work on the interior. So like the doors, I would be putting the leather on, parts of the dashboard, that sort of thing. So actually attaching the leather. The area that I work now is where the rear part of the car is actually put together before it's built onto the rest of the car. I've done various tasks, stages of that part build, but it includes everything from exhausts to actually installing the engine and gearbox into the frames, suspension and brakes assembly, diagnosing of problems with parts and all of that. So quite varied, really. I've also gone and helped train new recruits and assess new recruits before they're actually hired. All that sort of stuff as well. I want to get us down a bit. We're a bit high. All right. So you're yeah. So where I live is big North Sea oil rig, the town area. Actually, from the airport where I live, about 5 minutes down the road, they actually have the helicopters that leave to take people out to the rigs. Literally 20-minute walk, and actually they fly past my house on approach. A load of my family were in the were in the oil industry. I almost went into the oil industry. My stepdad used to work for a company that built oil rigs. So, without asking too much, are you North Sector or South Sector? Oh, and I did also do a thing where I actually got to take part of a offshore safety like evacuation scenario where we had a big pool with wave and wind machines, where we had to jump off of a platform into the water and then swim across to a life raft. But yeah, I've been on a few oil rigs before they've been out to sea. Everything from accommodation modules to pumping stations and all of that. Don't mind me asking, where do you do your training, or whereabouts are you based roughly? I don't need to know exactly, because obviously I don't need you to tell me where you live, but I'm from Norwich, so I trained close in one of the cities about 30 minutes away. Oh, okay, Norway, nice. Yeah, so I'm in a city called Norwich, which I'm guessing we would be known as Southern Sector, but directly sort of west of Amsterdam in the UK. Can do that.
Going to 129.5 apoapsis 015. Luanda Center apoapsis 015 1,100 feet.
Apoapsis 015, Luanda Center QNH 29.89, continue as planned.
I won't be tomorrow. My next stream will be Tuesday. It will be about 8:30 your time, I believe. 7:30 UK time. I do need to update all my bits that say when I'm on, but that will be my next time on. So this is the River Congo, by the way. We're now crossing into Angola. So we've done the Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. But yeah, I'll see you then. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks for the follow. This will probably be our last place, country, that's the word, for the day. Okay, we're about an hour and 20 minutes in. We've done 180 nautical miles. So I think if we can do 300, I'll be happy. That means I have 120 to go. I'm in the circadian low. Hey Osteen, how's it going? I've seen you this time. Osteen, sorry, I don't know exactly how you like to be called. Whoa. That was a jerk. So, I'm doing alright, So, we are all over the place by the looks of it, getting some real turbulence, but we are heading towards Cape Town. We're not going to get there today, but we're heading south in that general direction. This is flight 15 of probably around 20. Looking to get within sort of less than 1,600 miles from Cape Town, and if we can get to 1,500, that'd be even better. Well, I haven't got a set destination for today. Basically, I'm hand flying, low altitude, and just seeing where we get to, and when I decide I'm too tired to carry on flying, I'm gonna land. One thing I'm not wanting to do today, which I have done in the past, is fall asleep at the wheel, so to speak. Yeah, I basically did that the last, not the last stream, but the stream before. Last week, actually, maybe. Last Saturday's stream, I think I did that. Maybe even not, I'm not sure. Whoops. But yeah, we've been through 3 countries kind of today. Started in Gabon, went into Republic of Congo, then into an enclave of Angola, and then back into the Democratic Republic of Congo, and now we're in Angola, just south of the northern border. So if we get Navigraph up, new Navigraph update, guys, Navigraph 8. Although apparently I don't have that on here. But there we go. Yep. So basically, so you can get caught up, this is where we are. Okay. Well. So, we started off, let's just get rid of that, unload that. So we started off here, came down into there, came down this way through the centre of Spain, down to Gibraltar. From here we went this way a little bit and then came across this way we came across here, didn't we? And then into Nigeria, Lagos, down and then to here. But yeah, basically flying all the way down to Cape Town from the UK by hand at around 1,000 feet. So we get to see the scenery. That's the plan, and that's what we're doing. About 15 weeks ago. This is flight 15, and I think we're going to be at about 20 by the time we finish, maybe 19. Sort of trying to take bigger chunks now, get into some more serious flying again. Maybe start thinking about doing some VAT sim, so air traffic control interactions and that. Oh. Yes, I did. Very sad, very sad. Not really sure what the smaller aircraft was planning on doing, or if that was the intent all along. If it was unintentional, then obviously that's one thing. But there was a lot of there would have been a lot of kids there. A lot of people, innocent people, had to witness that. You know full well, you know, anyone with any sense will know full well at least 1 or 2 people would have died in that, you know. And you know, these volunteer organisations that run these aircraft, especially like the bombers and that, they'll have had a few people on that B-17, be that spectator, people who are observing, or guests, or pilots, or people who are learning to fly that plane. Or just people who, you know, it's very sad. A lot of people have got Yeah. I think people who are doing displays are normally better trained than that. And also, if you're doing a left turn, let me get rid of this for a sec. So if your plane's here and you're doing a left turn, you can normally see over the top of the cockpit, so you would have seen something of it. I'm just surmising. Obviously, this is not all factual, but like if that's so you're like the bomber coming in here, you'd have come in here, and the cockpit's on this side, so you would have seen it. If it was doing the opposite turn, then maybe. Also, you know, pilots of this level have got much greater situational awareness than people would think. They're often ex-fighter pilots or military pilots of some sort. Okay, that's 200 nautical miles done now. Yeah. Yeah. You never know, you know, some of these pilots, like, there's, I mean, again, pure guesswork, I don't know anything about it, but a lot of these people who do the old warbird demonstrations are generally older themselves. Could have had a medical issue that meant that they weren't in control of themselves or the plane. You know, any of these sort of things. You hear it a few times. I sometimes watch these videos from Real ATC and stuff like that, and how many times I've seen ones where it's like, oh, radio message comes on, I'm a student pilot and my instructor's just had a heart attack and is not responsive. How do I land? You know, any of those sort of things, but we'll see. NTSB will obviously do their thing and we'll see. There's so many variables and possibilities. You know, could have been G-lock or anything like that. I wouldn't imagine so. Doesn't look like they were pulling that hard of a turn, but you don't know, do you? No, well, it'll be hard. I'm sure it'll be hard to know how many people were on board. It's not like a commercial flight or a cargo flight where you'll have a manifest of who and what's on board necessarily. to the operators of both aircraft if they weren't actually in the accident. We'll probably have to give best guess numbers. People coming forward saying my partner or my family member or friend was on there. It may even come down to counting the bodies and dental records and that. We don't know. You just don't know. Thank you for the sub, Diego. Sorry I didn't see it sooner. Not really sure why it didn't come up on here. Weird. Just gonna see if I can see any update at all on that. But yeah, on lighter news, I'm hearing that Twitter Blue has been suspended on account of the fact that someone managed to get themselves verified as Jesus Christ. Yes, I do stream on YouTube as well. I actually simulcast to both platforms at the same time. Okay, so it looks like neither aircrew survived. But it doesn't say how many yet. YouTube, actually, by quite some margin. Although that has been in a bit of decline recently. So not so long ago, I was getting 100 plus views per stream on YouTube, whereas I might only get sort of really a handful on Twitch. So, actually, one of my Kerbal streams got 300 views. Queen Elizabeth Memorial Flight was 600 views. Sort of normally used to get over. Basically what I used to say was if I got under 100. That was a bad day. Now if I say if I get over 50, that's a good day. That's how it's changed recently. So, whereas on Twitch, I might get 5 unique views at a minute. On YouTube, I'm at right now is 28 for today's stream. It's really not what it used to be. So maybe Luanda might be our best hope at a runway today. I do sometimes wonder if Twitch is punishing me because I didn't sign the affiliate agreement. I don't mean that entirely seriously, obviously, but yeah, that's you know, that's the way it's always been on Twitch for me, unfortunately. I was lucky, I got raided by the Flying Fabio, who's quite a big Microsoft Flight Simulator streamer, and I absolutely went mental that day. I had like 300 viewers all of a sudden, and all of a sudden I got invited to be affiliate. I didn't sign up though because there's a exclusivity clause that doesn't really work for the way my channels are set up and the way that I use them, which would mean that I would have to basically treat my better performing channel as a secondary channel, and the one that gets next to no views as a primary, and so I didn't sign it. Because I wouldn't have been able to stream on both channels like this then. Still got the 24-hour exclusivity clause in. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at Navigraph. Rwanda is the next airport, so that is at least the 4th of February, apparently. And then the next airport is Katumbela. Yeah, well, you know, I've always tried my best to treat people fairly. You know, I've always tried to interact with people. Actually, that's one of the key pillars to the channel, and the way that I want my channel to be, is that actually in some ways the flying is secondary, and actually just the interaction with other people whilst enjoying the flying is the main thing, you know. It's sharing in the experience, you know. And that's my main thing. It's just to chill out, enjoy talking to like-minded people, and a bit of a safe haven, you know. Yeah, and the big streamers, they obviously do what they do very well. Unfortunately, it can be you know, trying to talk to them, trying to get your point across is near enough impossible sometimes. Especially if you've got a, you know, valid interaction. Like, I sometimes watch people who do like sim stuff and automotive stuff. I work in the automotive industry. I actually build cars for a living. That's my job, and so sometimes I'll have actual genuine advice or suggestions, and it just gets completely missed. sometimes they forget as well, you know, how they got to where they are. That's one of my little pet peeves, that is. Especially right now. So at the minute, a lot of these people who build cars on their channels, and they building these cars, and all of a sudden SEMA's coming along, which is a big automotive industry convention, for those of you that don't know, they rush to build these cars so that they can get them out for SEMA, and I'm like, are you forgetting the people who have supported you for the last 2 years whilst you've been building this car, and you go off and unveil it to some other people who just happen to be walking by? You do something for your viewers that have been here for every step of the way, you know. Don't unveil it to people who just didn't know you until just now. What cars do I build? I build Lotuses. Specifically the Lotus Emira. I also used to build the Evora interior and Elise and Exige interiors before that. Now I work on the engines and suspension and the brakes. It's okay, you know, there's some fun sometimes. We get some interesting people come and pay visits, and ex-Formula 1 drivers and what have you. I met Jensen Button. We had Emerson Fittipaldi there, but I didn't get to meet him. We had a guy who was in the Fast and Furious movies. Come around. Harry Metcalf from Harry's Garage. We got to go around the track in an Emira once. We've got our own test track. Obviously a lot more other cars coming out of the woodwork. We're building the Avaya 2000 horsepower electric hypercar. I'm not involved in that though. Yeah, flying has always been a hobby. I've never actually had any instruction, although one of the guys I work with has actually got his private pilot's license, and we're hoping to be able to get out in a Piper and do a bit of a flight around. And if we do, I'll try and get some videos in. It's always been an interest of mine. Aircraft, or you know, like even the mechanical side of things. I did look at going into the Royal Air Force in the UK as an aircraft mechanic. Unfortunately, I didn't have the certificates from school to do so, and there was nowhere within 100 miles that provided the certificates that was what I needed to build upon the certificates I had. To get the level that I needed wasn't an option. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Learning to fly is inhibitively expensive. So actually, there is a place at the minute where I'm looking to do. Well, I might be. Basically, someone sent me a link to a request for volunteers for an airfield near here that does general aviation and stuff like that, where I'd get a very low level commercial aviation authority, no, civil aviation authority radio operator's license or certificate, and it was basically be very low level volunteer air traffic control. Not that it's technically air traffic control, it's basically just ground services. So just seeing. So I actually have a flight school there. It's £195 an hour, basically. Which is too much for me. My dream would be that no, that is the next step actually. That's something I'm hoping to do once I've finished this series, which will be in about 5 weeks or so. So once, basically, the week that we finish here, the next week I'm hoping to be able to do some VAT sim. I'm starting to get set up. I'm still got a lot to learn. I've got B-Pilot downloaded and ready. That's all set up. Not really sure what I need to do on the Microsoft Flight Simulator side. I've got a couple of videos I need to watch really to see what to do. I've downloaded a load of learning materials from British AvGeek. Basically what I want to do is write myself some scripts, so like what to do at each stage. Need to get another little notepad, or at least use my post-it notes where they've gone. Just amazes me that there are no airports between here and Luanda. It's about 75 miles away. So maybe if we can get to FN19, that would be a good shout. So now 2 hours roughly into the stream. Just coming up anyway. 2 minutes time. in your opinion. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like it's a lot of fun. I think it would really be good for the channel as well, because I think a lot of people go more for the videos and streams that are on that sim. But we'll see, we'll see. Would you fly IFR or VFR on your first VATSIM flight? I think IFR. I don't know though. I don't know. I think the problem for me with doing VFR is when they ask you to do certain things on approaches and that. I don't know how to do that all the time, like a left base leg or, you know. Whereas if they're on VFR and they go, or IFR, sorry, and they say to you, approach X-ray transition, you know, like use approach blah 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 by transition kilo, landing on X runway. I can do that. Which is funny because I was actually talking to my colleague that flies, and he was like, what you do with IFR stuff is more complicated than what I do with VFR. And I'm like, I find VFR, like, knowing how to implement a instruction is not always easy. Yeah, that's my thinking. And the problem as well for me is that people use, like, from different, like USA uses very different terminology sometimes to what we do here in the UK. You know, no, don't get me wrong, the UK can be much more complicated for, especially like QFEs and all of that, QFEs and altimeter settings and what have you. But yeah, it's just that knowing how to interpret different phraseology and do what they're telling you to do, whereas just IFI, you just tell it what to do and it does it. Look at this map. Cabo Lado. Okay. Oh, it's not in there. Okay. For FNLF then. The other one is not into Navigraph. Oh, was that one? Okay. Pretty sure it's FNLF. We will be landing not too much time. Luanda Airport. What's this one then? 4th of February. We will be landing in however long it takes us to get to 50 odd miles. Yeah, it is. 4th of February airport. It's ridiculous, isn't it? There we go. 4th of February, Luanda, Angola. Yeah, it is. Okay, FNLU. Imagine living out there basically in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. Yes, I do stream Kerbal on a Tuesday. I also produce videos in Kerbal as well. Every now and again. Well, I say every now and again. Once every 3 or 4 years. I do a cinematic in Kerbal. So what I'm currently streaming is the build for my next one. Let me find it. There we go. So this is some of the stuff that I produce in Kerbal. Awesome. Oh, turbulence here. Look at that. Well, we've done 300 nautical miles now. So it's likely that we're going to be really in a much better position if we stop at Luanda. We won't have hit that 385 nautical miles that we wanted to do today, but that's fine, that's fine. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you get to watch one bit of it, like, just as a whole, up until, like, orbit of Kerbin, that's probably the best bit, and maybe the bit on re-entry. But, I am producing a new one in a similar style. Much more effort is going in, don't get me wrong. I've got probably 8 minutes worth of planned footage, which is only getting me to... Right. It's getting me so far. But, that's like an A4 list of points. I don't know if you can see. Actually, let's have a look. So this list isn't even all of it because it starts at 1 minute 15. And that's 8 minutes 38. Oh no, I've got up until 12. It's basically touchdown on a planet. But I've got that list. I don't know if you can see that, guys. And then some on the back as well. There's a lot there. That's the plan for the first half of the video. Got all the music mapped out. It's all set, all done. Hoping to have that done on the 5th of January. That will premiere on YouTube. And yeah. Yeah, I hear that a lot, unfortunately. I like to think I do, but it's what it is. I'm just glad someone appreciates it, you know. Got a bit too high there. I would like to be in a position where I got more views. Let's, you know, let's just say that.
Air Portugal 286 traffic is 5 o'clock, 2 miles at flight level 180 generic. Report them in sight. DTA 650 traffic is 11 o'clock, 3 miles at 16,000 feet generic. Report them in sight. Air Portugal 286 have the generic in sight.
I want to think, you know, I'm always looking at ways to try and improve, but there's only so much of the actual content that I can improve, and hope that it gets some attention, but we'll see. Obviously, when Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out, we'll be doing that as well. This last video is a bit of it's a penultimate video that I'm going to do on Kerbal. I'll probably do one more as a farewell. And then from there, we'll go on to Kerbal 2 when that comes out. February, I believe. 24th of February. Oh, brilliant. No, I'm not joking. That's when it is. I had no way of knowing that was your birthday. Yeah. Well, I know what I'll be doing on that day as well, and that's downloading and streaming this Kerbal Space Program 2, sorry. Yes, I did, with no, very little success. I crashed. So last night I streamed all the new aircraft, and let's just say that I pretty much crashed every single one of them at some point or somehow. The helicopters, I couldn't control the, you know, the yaw. I had no way of doing that, and all of a sudden, like I was trying to fly the Bell, and I managed to get up and sort of go forward, and I tried to turn, and it wouldn't turn, and then all of a sudden it just span out of control. I have no idea why, I don't know how, I don't know what I did, but I don't have the controls. So I'm running a Thrustmaster TCA side stick and quadrant, Airbus edition. We've got the basic two throttle quadrant with the engine start and the crank engine start buttons, and I've got the Thrustmaster TCA side stick. Okay, Luanda Tower.
Luanda Tower, apoapsis 0.520
No,
miles
it's not.
southeast 800 feet to land.
Apoapsis 015 Luanda Tower. QNH 29.88 wind 173 at 5. Fly straight in runway 23.
Okay, runway 23. Oh, nice. That's a good runway for us. So let's just get that up on here.
Fly straight in runway 2 tree apoapsis 015.
So you guys can see as well. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Runway 23 starts here, coming down this way. That is a nice direction for us. Well, let's see, let's see. Right, I'm going to cut across here now. If you look on here, on the MFD here, airport is here. I'm hoping for 150, that'd be nice. A little bit on the harder side of what I normally can get in this aircraft. But we'll see, we'll see. And I'm cutting across here because what that means is that I can fly straight in. So we're just going to have another sort of 40-ish miles to pick up next time, which is fine. That's absolutely fine by me. And at the end of this song, there we go. Pull up a bit, we're a little bit low. It's at runway 23, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go, guys. Okay, 7.5 miles out, I'm going to hit the first lot of flaps. Over a rather smoggy looking city of Luanda. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit smoggy, isn't it? Not very nice.
Appalachian 015, wind 171 at 5. Cleared to land runway 23.
Right, got landing clearance, guys.
23 Apoapsis 015.
Go. We can see our runway now on our map. Laps are set now. Can just about make the runway out here now. So I'm just going to come across a bit. So we've got Holstein is betting on a 150. Any more bets, guys? Any more bets? I mean, we'll see, we'll see. A bit of a sharp movement.
500.
Just slowing us down a little bit now. Just keeping it below the 100 mark at the minute. I can't even see from one end of the runway to the other for the smog. Some sort of pappy light on the right there. I don't know. I'll be right here. Here we go, guys. So minus 74, nice. That'll do, that'll do.
Appalachian 015, turn next taxiway.
Nice and butter. That was some good progress today, guys, with 350 miles done.
Appalachian 015, turn next taxiway. Appalachian 015, contact ground on 121.9er.
Okay, we can do that.
121.9er Apoapsis 015.
Not a bad landing today, guys. I like that one.
Luanda ground Apoapsis 015, request taxi to parking.
Appalachian 015 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha cross runway 07.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha cross runway 07 apoapsis 015.
Yeah, nice landing today. I'll take that any day. I will take that any day. %71 complete in terms of straight line from Norwich to Cape Town. I mean, I'd like to have the ability to fly it, but in this aircraft, I don't know. Probably not this route. The reason I say that is because I landed in some very out of the way places, and I do not know what facilities they have in real life in some of these airports that we've landed on this series, this journey. Been in the middle of Sahara, you know, grass airstrips in Benin, maybe. Yeah. I'd certainly be cautious about it. God, I'm not sure I could see any planes if they were if they were coming in. Also, I'm not using the runway as a taxiway. But it'd definitely be an adventure, wouldn't it? I also don't think I'd do it in this many legs. I'd probably do a lot more flying all at once. So longer days, less stops. Okay, so I'm just going to go round these guys, because we seem to have a bit of a traffic jam here. Oh, Logan Air here. In a CRJ. Yeah. Well, it'd take, you know, what, 20 weeks. Or 20 days. So, unless I like did a week in each place, which I won't necessarily do because it might not be much at each place. If I did it day after day, then it would be like 20 days. If I did it once a week, spent a week in each place, then it would be like 20 weeks. Parking brake is on. And fuel cut off. And we are here. Oh. And well, that's it as well, you know. But we're here, we're in Benin, not Benin, we're in Luanda, in Angola. We've actually made it quite a bit through the country of Angola, I think, today. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, a good portion in today. We might be able to get into Namibia next time, which would be our penultimate country actually. If not, would be near Namibia. We've actually gone quite a way today. Actually left from here, near Chibanga. Mayumba is where we left from. So we've done that much today. If we do that again, we'll be down here somewhere, and then the week after that, we'll be going into Namibia and heading that way. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's stream, and I will catch you all next time. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, or the follow button, depending on your streaming service of choice. And we'll see you on Tuesday for some more Kerbal. But until then, guys, bye-bye.